Today I went to a car boot sale. I bought all this stuff. I spent £220. I hope to get well over £1,000 for all this. And I even paid for something at the boot sale in euros. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Car Boot Chris. I'm a full-time reseller. I buy and sell stuff, I flip it online for a profit, and that's how I make a living. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find this video interesting, and don't forget, you can always subscribe if you want to. If not, just carry on watching the videos. It doesn't matter too much. Anyway, today went to a boot sale, and I didn't get any boot sale footage, unfortunately, because they're not allowed to film there. But I bought loads, and it's not just this here, it's all this here as well. Loads of cool stuff, some really interesting items as well, some like vintage stuff. Whoa, stuff is falling over as well. Some vintage items, some stuff for whatnot shows, some trainers, some anime, some rare items. Hopefully we're looking at well over £1,000 after cost of goods. However, you've still got to take your fees and your postage off that. I'm going to start down here on the floor. I'm going to show you everything that I got. Ignore all that up there. That's from another day at the boot sale. This is today's lot. Let's start off with this anime stuff. So I bought all this lot as like a big bundle. It came with this Naruto figure. And the plush is 1, 2, 3, 4... and 5 loose pops. Even the loose pops are worth some decent money. And the plush cushion. And I paid... stay over there. I paid £36 for this lot. Including that one, which was a tenner. Now, it's very hard right now to give you an exact price on all this. So I've had a quick scan at some of these bits and bobs. Like the plushies maybe a 10 to £12 each. The figures maybe 10, 12, £15 each. That one, not 100% sure on him yet, but maybe 30-ish. The cushion 15, maybe. But it requires a lot more research. So when I sit down to list these, I will check properly. I'm going to guess right now, for the purpose of the video, I'm going to say 130 quid. So there's £100 profit roughly in that lot, I reckon. I picked up a Google speaker. These normally flip for, you know, like 15 quid second-hand, depending on which generation it is. And this was only £1, so I couldn't resist just picking it up for £1. I know I'm trying not to list anything less than 20, but these... sell-through rate on these are good. You know, people are always wanting to add speakers to their network. I've got a tiki item. A tiki item. This is a Maori tiki god type statue, wood carving. And it's got some nice markings on the back here. It's probably like a souvenir from New Zealand. Memories of New Zealand. Carved in Rotorua. That's a place in New Zealand. And it's in really nice condition. Oh, I thought it was until I had a look there. I'll have to have a look at that. Might just need a little clean. But the rest of it was in nice condition. £2 paid. Always going to pick that all day long. One of the giveaways is the shell eyes. Always worth picking up if it's cheap enough. The shell eyes on the wood carving tends to indicate it's tiki or Polynesia related, as I've learnt from the master Jason T. Smith on YouTube. £30 is my initial guess. There's lots of different shapes or versions of this. I'm going to say 30. It could be worth more. What else we got here? We've got a Olympus voice recording thing. Still in packet, although the packet has been opened. I'm hoping it's all there. £3 paid. I'm hoping to turn that into 20. I always like picking these up. Psycho Oxford crossword solvers. Or you can get like dictionaries and all sorts on these electronic things. And they're usually worth it if they're cheap enough. This was £1. Now, if it works, we could be looking at like 2025 on that one. Here's an unusual one. I saw this in a box of music CDs. Championship Manager Season 97-98. These games of that era on the PC were bloody amazing, weren't they? I absolutely love playing these. I'm just looking at the back here. Sorry about the glare. I loved playing these games. Absolutely brilliant. And this has got some surprising value. Even I didn't expect it. Paid 50p for it. I had a quick scan while I was on the stall. And these are going from anything like £30 to £60, depending if you got the big box. If you've got the big box, it's worth more. But as it is, the sell-through rate on these is amazing. Just look it up. Championship Manager, 97-98. Go to Solds. Loads of these have sold at good money. I reckon I should easily be able to get 30 quid for that. 50p paid. A baseball mitt. Louisville Slugger, £2 paid. Bought that off a channel supporter. Thank you very much. £2 paid. I think it's worth about 20-ish. Also off the same person, I got this kid's watch. The brand's actually pretty good. Never heard of it. Radania. I did look it up, and there's plenty of listeds and solds for that brand. I couldn't actually find this kid's watch, but £2 paid, I think maybe £20. Also from the same channel supporter, thank you for the deals. 3 of these, the boxes are a bit worn. Goliath watches. Paid £20 for the 3, and I can't get them open. Balls. Can't do it one-handed. Nope, that one's not going either. I'll try and do it through the box. You'll have to ignore the boxes. They're actually brand new, these. Digital watches. A little bit like those G-Shock type ones. Paid £20 for the 3. He has got some more in case I want more. But I'm going to list these as they are first. Just see if there's any interest in them. And then I might go back and get some more if it does go well. But I'm thinking about sort of round about the £25 each on those. So that would be like 75 for the 3, £20 paid. Another watch here from another seller. What is this one? This is a Seconda. £4 paid on this one. It's in quite good condition. It needs a little bit of a clean up. But the good thing with this is it's boxed with the paperwork, which is a great bonus with watches. People like to have the paperwork. Can't get it back in now. I think it's worth about 25. There is evidence of solds on that particular one. These are unusual. United, these are DVD cards or something like that. Let me show you. Now, this is unusual. I've got Rooney, Giggs, Scholes, Louis Saha, and Ronaldo. Actually, I didn't realise I had Ronaldo. I didn't see that one. I paid £1. I mean, it was a no-brainer. £1 for those 5. But look at what it is. It's a DVD. This is one-handed is very difficult. It's a DVD in the shape of a like business card type thing. And look, it's square. It's a square DVD. You plonk it in your DVD tray. I don't know what's on it. Not a clue. But I can't find these exact ones in these boxes. But I only paid £1, so a bit of a no-brainer. If I had to guess right now, I'm going to say if I just stuck them all together, 30 quid. But it could be more, it could be less. That's just an estimate for today's numbers. They're all here. Scholes is there. Look, how weird is that? Very, very odd. Never seen that before. If you know what that is, or what they do, or what's on them, please drop me a line. Or otherwise, I'm going to have to test them out. £1 though, I mean, come on. You'd pick them up all day long, wouldn't you? An original Nokia 3310 cover. £1 paid. And this might come in handy for a little project I've got going on. However, they're also worth some decent money. The official Nokia covers, it could be like £20 just selling it like that. But I might utilise it for a little project I'm doing. You'll soon find out a bit more about that in due course, if you follow the channel, of course. These speakers, I didn't really look at them, to be honest with you, but the stall holder kindly said to me, you might want to have a look at those. He only wanted £2. He said, just look them up. They are actually worth some decent money. Hopefully they're all working okay. They've still got some cellophane on the back. They are Creative Gigaworks T20 Series 2, which are worth more than the Series 1. And they're like PC speakers, but apparently really, really good speakers. And he only wanted £2 for them. And there is evidence of solds between £30 and £40. I'll probably go in the middle, 35. Let's go up top. Look at all this stuff. It's crazy, isn't it? Let's go here. No, let's go here before it all collapses. I've got some sealed games. I don't really do a lot of games, but these were sealed up and it wasn't a lot of money. This one in particular. Now, I don't know what's happening with Xbox Live at the moment. Is it still going in its original incarnation, you know? I don't know if there's a code in here. Would that even still work? No matter. If this box is complete, it only cost me £1 single, £1. If everything is in here that it should be, then this could be anything from £40 to £80. There's a brand new one on eBay for $79.99, and that's a sold. There's also one that's sold for $49.99. I'm just hoping that it's all in here. If it is, there's some decent money in that. And you wouldn't think it, would you? I just thought for £1, it's got to be worth a go. Looking at the other games, this is a new and sealed Aliens 360 game. Probably worth about £12. And I paid £13 for all these. They're all sealed up. Some are original seals and some are not. That's worth about 12. This one, similar sort of original seal, PlayStation seal, worth about sort of 10, 12, I think. What else? Oh, I'm missing one. Oh no, there it is. These two, that's an original PlayStation seal. That's only worth like £5, £6. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. This one would have been worth a bit more, but it's actually foreign language. Not sure what language it is. But yeah, that might be sort of 5 to 10 with it being foreign language, unless, you know, could go international. And then these three are pre-owned, but like Magpie reseals. So these have all been in like, is it HMV? Looks like it HMV, but pre-owned and then resealed. So there could be some extra value in that. Problem is, I don't know if they've got manuals or anything in them. Anyway, all that lot was £13. So it's got to be worth it. I reckon there we've got about £30 to £40, which would be all right. We'll take that. And that one was a real surprise. I had no clue about that at all. Let's go on. Let's see what we got here. Now, I bought these. These are empty vintage Coke cans. And the guy I bought them off said that he had them in his collection because he actually collected these, you know, the Coke yo-yos, these ones. And he wanted the can to go with it. They are empty, obviously, but they are from the 90s. October 90s, that 1990, I guess. One of them's got a bad dent on it, so that's going to really affect the value. But the others are absolutely fine. These would be great as display pieces or props for TV and stuff. Look at that. It's very hard to put a price on these, to be honest with you. I only paid £3. I wouldn't have paid much more because I really wasn't sure whether there was value in it. But for £3 for all that, I think one of them could be sort of £15. But for the purpose of today's video, until I've done my research, I'm going to put £30 on the box of 4. But it could turn out to be a nice pickup. I've got Smarties vintage Rugrats bag. Now this is cool. This is from the 90s, I think. Looks like some kind of promo item. There's absolutely no evidence of this on eBay. So I'm going to say I paid £4. I'm going to estimate 30 on it. I got 3 cameras. And they were sold to me as spares and repairs. So it's quite clear that there was either bits missing from them or they may or may not work. So, but they are decent cameras. And for £3, £3 for the lot. There are some leads and stuff in here too, which will help. But they're all £50 plus cameras if they were working second hand. That's an Olympus C25. It's got a bag with it. There's a Panasonic DMC TZ10. Again, it's a £50 plus camera if it's working. And this one is a Sony something or other, Sony CyberShot 7 megapixel. If it's working, it's a good price. So if I go half of the sort of £50 mark and I say each one at £25 spares and repairs, we never know, 1 or 2 might work. So we'll say 25 spares and repairs on those. I picked up 2 PlayStation 2 memory cards. Only like 50p or something it was, like £1 or 50p. Very, very cheap. I think if I just put them both together, you know, we might be talking £15 on those. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've sold those. Or I'll stick them in my own collection. They might come in handy for me on my PlayStation 2. But for that kind of money, I just couldn't leave them behind. I couldn't resist. I got a, oh, what's that say? Demi Waterworth. It's weird. A Philips Extreme, like Discman. No, it's not a Discman because that's Sony, but you know what I mean. CD player, portable CD player. It's got some bits in here. Has it got the original headphones, which is, yeah, it's got the Philips headphones there. Only £2 paid on that. I think, you know, somewhere around the £20 mark for that one. What's this? Williams Racing car cleaning kit. Looks like it's not been touched. These things are pretty expensive. And the stall holder told me that they kind of got a bit conned with it when they bought their car. And they kind of had that bundled in with it and they paid quite a lot of money for it, which I can believe. That's what these car companies do sometimes, isn't it? They bundle stuff. Everyone likes a good bundle unless it's a rip-off bundle. Now, I paid £4 for this. I think it's worth, in its current state, about 30. Whoopsie daisy. Everything's falling off, hang on. About 30. Let's get rid of some of this clothing before it all goes for a burn. North Face jumper sweater, size XL. I actually bought this thinking, hopefully it will fit me. I'm a large, but actually it looks like quite a small sort of large. So maybe a small XL, so a large might be all right. Paid £8 for it. Bit of a no-brainer if you're keeping it for yourself. Even for reselling, I think it's worth about £25. It's still worth selling if need be. Now, this is really nice. It's not worth loads, don't get me wrong, but I just love it. It's a pretty green hoodie. It's a size XL. It's a shame that the tags come off it, because that could have been new with tags. And it's like a corduroy hoodie with the kangaroo pouch. Oh, stay there. With the kangaroo pouch on it. It's got a drawstring on the bottom. Is that something we need to be aware of? I've just noticed. I'm not sure actually if that's. Yeah, I think might have to get some attention on that. See if Belle can do something with that. I'm not sure if that's looks like. Has it come undone? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it has potentially come undone. I've only literally noticed that as I'm talking you through it. Only cost me £4. It's probably worth, if we can sort this out, you know, like around about 25. But I just really like it, and it's a really strong brand. Good seller, pretty green. It's the indie Manchester indie brand. Always do well selling it. MG jacket, made by Russell, size medium. This cost me £4. There is a sold at 30, so we'll stick around that. And let's go back over here. We got 2 of these Tickle Tickle Wiggle Wiggle Millennium Bears. I've not tested them yet. They only cost me £1 each, so it was £2 for the pair. And I think these are sitting around £15 to £20 each on the resale price. Oh dear, that's me back gone. Let's go to a bit more media. I've got a sealed, I hope it's an original seal. Even so, I mean, it's not worth loads. It only cost me £1 for this season 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 box set DVD. £1 paid, worth about 15-ish. I also got a bundle of VHS tapes. I've got plans for these, but I think I paid £1 for Mask, and then the rest were £2. And that Tomb Raider is actually sealed inside still. We've got horror there, we've got Terminator 1 and 2, and the Neverending Story 3. So I think that was £2, that was £1. But I have got sort of an idea with these. Whether we use them on a whatnot or something else, I'm not sure yet. But I've got an idea. What else we got here? We've got a Apple iPod Mini 4GB Silver in its original box. There's no charger in it, but I do have an old charger that I can test this out with. What did I pay for this? Hang on a minute. I only paid £1 for this iPod Mini, just £1. And if I can get that working and okay, and maybe get a replacement lead, or just sell it as a replacement unit, it's probably worth about £25. A bit of vintage, probably is vintage that now, vintage Apple. I've got an iron. This was the first thing of the day that I picked up. I was struggling for a little while, I didn't pick up a lot of stuff. But as soon as I picked up this iron, it acted like a bit of a good luck thing. £2 for the iron, really nice condition. It looks almost like it's probably never or rarely been used. Probably a lot like our iron here, which we don't ever iron anything with. That is worth about £30, that iron, which surprised me because I checked it out there and then while I was waiting, because I thought I don't want to be stuck with an iron if it's not worth anything. So I did check it, even though it was only £2. Let's have a look at some trainers. Some Adidas, what were these again? It's on here. WeGo Adipreme. What size? 4.5. I paid £10 for these. I think we're looking at around the £40 mark on the trainers. Some really nice Asics or Asics, whatever you want to. People call me out on getting these names wrong. Quite a nice pair of trainers, really, to be honest. Only paid £2 for them. They are a UK, I don't know, US 11, so probably a UK 10 if they're men's. If they're women's, they're probably like a 9. £2 paid. It's got to be 30 quid all day long, I would think, on that. And these Adidas, I paid £3.50. They probably need to just go through the machine, just give them a bit of a clean up, but they're actually pretty solid. The heels are good. What size are they? Oh, sorry. Again, it is difficult one-handed, you know. UK 8s. I'm thinking on these, again, probably around the £30 mark on those. I paid £3.50. Now, this is something a bit unusual. I'm not going to get the whole thing out because it's pretty big. It's a pub sign. Now, it's for Champions League. But the first thing you're going to probably notice is that it's BT Sport. And obviously BT Sport doesn't exist. Oh, this is a bit damp. I'll have to dry this out. It must have, because it were raining at the boot sale. It's BT Sport, and it basically says, watch the Champions League live here now. And it's a big banner that you put up. Probably pretty good still for like Man Cave or Games Room, Shed or something like that. You know, football fan. I only paid £1. I couldn't leave it behind for £1. I've got no clue what it's worth because there's just nothing like it on eBay. Not with the BT Sport on anyway. I mean, maybe that makes it worth more. I don't know. Maybe I'm clutching at straws. I'm gonna like estimate at £30. Let's have a look at what this is. This is a Philips DVD player, or a little portable one. Quite a nice one, to be honest with you. Needs a little clean up, but apparently works. We'll see. We'll see. Everything normally works, doesn't it? Until you get home and it doesn't work. But hopefully it's okay. Only paid like, what was it, £2? Hang on a sec. Philips DVD player. £2 I paid for that. It's got the charger stuff in there. If it's working, maybe 25 on that. And let's have a look at what's in these two Adidas boxes. I paid £7 each for these. One is considerably better than the other. It's not what's on the front here. It's something completely different. Adidas Stan Smith. This pair, I paid £7 each, so it's 14 for the pair. That's the deal we did. This pair is really not worth loads. Disappointed with the price on these. You could go as far as to say it's a fail. Probably worth £15 those. The condition's quite good, just needs a little clean up, so that might save it. It's a real shame it's not the original box. Otherwise, we might have squeezed a little bit of extra money out of it. This pair, though, £7 paid on that as well. This pair's worth a little bit more. What did I put down on that one? I think this pair's worth about 40. So we're okay on this one at £7 paid. I don't know what makes it different, but I don't know. Just a better pair. I don't know, more sought after, more rare. I don't know. What sizes were they? People always ask me. 6.5, that particular pair. I don't know what the other pair was, but let's move on to our last lot of stuff because it's been quite a long haul, this one. Now, this item, I said earlier in the video that I paid with euros. Here's what happened. At some point round the car boot sale, somebody gave me a load of pound coins as change, and in it was a euro. Now, this does happen quite often. I think probably every other week I end up with euros. Because the pound coins look a bit like a €1, although they're a little bit thicker, the pound coins. But you could be forgiven for getting it mixed up. So I get to the stall, and it was pretty much the last thing that I bought at the boot sale. I had £20 notes and about £2.70 in change and a euro that somebody gave me. Now, before you think I'm going to swizz somebody with a euro, I didn't do that. The guy wanted £3 for this hoodie. And yes, of course I'm going to do it. It's a really nice hoodie. It's worth about 25. Now, I said to the guy, look, have you got change of 20? He said that they're absolutely brassic. They've got no change whatsoever. I said, right, let me see what I've got. I had this £2.70 and a euro. And I said, look, I've got this. That's a euro. So in theory, I'm giving you more than £3 if you can do something with that euro. And he accepted it. So I actually paid more than what he was asking. £2.70 plus a euro. So I think I paid about £3.50? Something like that. But I paid, it's the first time ever that I've paid for something at a boot sale here in the UK with a euro. But yeah, thank you for taking it anyway, because that saved me like wandering about with euros. Having said that, I'm going to bloody Spain soon. Could have taken it with me. The two big purchases of the day now to finish us off. I've got here 2 Barber jackets. This is nice. This is a Barber size large. It all appears to be legit. I've checked it out. I've checked the numbers. I've done the thing. This is a Barber Retail International padded jacket. I paid £25 for this. Real nice condition as well. I think it's worth £80 to £90. So yeah, I will pay 25 if I can get that kind of money back. The same with this one, £25 paid, same stall. They only had the 2. Again, this is large. And this one is a... What is make is this? What thingy is it? Barber Morton. Yeah, £25. Again, 80 to even 100 on this. It's a little bit of a thicker coat. It's got like down on the inside. It's got the nice furry hood. Yeah, 25 each. I will pay up for things if they're worth it. And that, folks, is everything. Look at the state of that. That's everything from today's boot sale. I hope you enjoyed the video on the haul. Let me know any comments you've got for any of the stuff that I picked up. If you've thought that anything was particularly good, or even if there's something that you'd like to buy for yourself, drop me a line. I'll always do you a really good deal. Now then, I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna ping 2 videos up here. I'll tell you what I'll do for you. I'll make them both proper boot sale videos. You can go through and watch me sourcing at a boot sale and see what I pick up and how much it's worth. So if you'd like to go and view those, click one of them, or you can subscribe here. See you on the next one. Take care.